Have you ever stopped, just for a moment, and asked yourself who you're really doing all of this for? Not the easy answer, not the one you tell people, the real one, the way you show up, the way you speak, the way you hold yourself together, even when you're exhausted. Who is that for? Because if you're honest, really honest, there's a part of you that's still trying to be seen. I've noticed it in myself, in small ways, quiet ways. The way I rehearse what I'm going to say before I say it. The way I adjust my tone depending on who's listening. The way I try to make things look okay, even when they're not. And it made me wonder, when did I start doing that? When did I start believing that I had to be a certain version of myself just to be accepted? Maybe it didn't start recently. Maybe it started a long time ago, when you were younger, when being good meant being loved, when approval felt like safety and silence felt like rejection. So you learned, quietly, carefully. You learned how to be who they needed, not who you were. And maybe you got really good at it. So good that now it doesn't even feel like pretending anymore. It just feels like you. But every now and then, there's a moment, a quiet one, where something feels off, where you catch yourself acting in a way that doesn't quite feel real, and you can't explain it, but you feel it. That subtle distance between who you are and who you're being. And maybe the hardest part is this: no one else notices. Because from the outside, you're doing everything right. You're responsible, reliable, put together. You say the right things. You play the part well. But inside, there's a question that keeps coming back. If I stopped doing all of this, would I still be enough? And that question doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from somewhere old, somewhere quiet, a version of you that once needed to earn love. And maybe a part of you still believes that you have to. So you keep going. You keep trying, not just to succeed, not just to survive, but to be accepted by someone who might not even be looking anymore. And that's the part that's hard to admit. That maybe you're still trying to prove something to someone who stopped paying attention a long time ago. And in the process, you've slowly started losing connection with yourself. Not all at once, just little by little. Each time you choose what feels acceptable over what feels true. Each time you stay quiet when something inside you wanted to speak. Each time you smile when you didn't feel it. It adds up. And eventually, you don't even notice it happening anymore. You just feel tired. A kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. Because it's not your body. It's the weight of holding up a version of yourself that was never meant to last this long. And maybe that's why something inside you has been feeling different lately. Not louder, just harder to ignore. A quiet discomfort, a subtle resistance, a feeling that something isn't quite aligned. And maybe that's not a problem. Maybe that's awareness. Maybe the fact that you can feel this means something in you is still there. Still paying attention. Still wanting something real. And maybe, for the first time in a long time, you're starting to see it. That you've been trying to be enough for someone else's version of you, not your own. So maybe the question isn't who you're trying to impress. Maybe it's why. And maybe, more importantly, what it's costing you to keep doing it. Because at some point, quietly, without making a big announcement, you have to notice what you've been giving up just to be accepted. And maybe that's where something begins to shift. Not loudly, not dramatically, just enough to make you pause and wonder if the person you've been trying so hard to be is the one you actually want to keep becoming.